You know, someone recently asked me, what's the best critique you've ever received? And I knew the answer immediately. It's a story that really helped shape the way that I think as an editor, as a filmmaker, and as a creative in general. And I think it really perfectly sets up the big picture sort of problem that we face as video editors. So I wanted to start our topic of mindset by sharing that story here today. You know, I was working on this project, and it was one of those projects where I was going the extra mile to make sure that every detail was perfect. You know, I spent long hours working on the treatment, making sure the idea was amazing, spending long hours on set, getting the perfect lighting, the perfect angles, and I could not have been more excited about the results because I knew that it was by far the best project that I'd ever shot. I took the footage home, jumped straight into the edit. After hiding in the editing cave for, you know, a couple days, a couple weeks, whatever it was, I invited a friend to come and watch. I turned down the lights, I turned up the music. All of a sudden, something felt different this time. All of a sudden, my masterpiece, the thing that I felt in my gut was my best project yet, just felt different. It was lifeless and boring. And even though my friend was trying to hide it, I could tell exactly what they were thinking because it's exactly what I was thinking all of a sudden as well. After the usual sort of encouragement and them sort of saying, oh, it was great, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now tell me what you really think. And, you know, their response was the piece of advice, the critique, the phrase that will stick with me forever that I will never forget. They looked at me and they said, it's pretty, but I don't feel anything. And that hit me so hard because I realized how many videos I had watched or worked on that made me feel the exact same way. They were technically beautiful, you know, perfectly polished and colored and all this stuff, but I just felt nothing. And here lies really one of the biggest problems for video editors, for filmmakers, and really for creatives in general. You start paying so much attention to the technical decisions that ultimately what starts to suffer is the actual creativity of the project that you're working on. You know, it just becomes all sort of left brain technical, but no right brain creative. And this is really, I think, where so many people get stuck. So I want to take a minute just right off the bat to talk about how to beat this. And for me, it really starts with understanding perspective. And more specifically, I believe that it's about understanding 3 perspectives that every filmmaker has to learn how to balance. Those perspectives to me are the craft, the client, and the crowd. So if you've ever experienced this sort of underlying problem of it's pretty, but I don't feel anything, then I really encourage you to jump into this next lesson where we're gonna talk about how to juggle those 3 perspectives and how they can help you beat and overcome this problem in your projects. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And if you learned something from this video, check out our full editing course called Happy Editing, where me and my friends teach you everything you need to know to become a video editing master. It's packed with all of the time-saving mindset shifts and practical tricks that will help you take your work to the next level ASAP. Membership also includes 50% off our entire library of assets. That's all of our film grains, title animations, sound effects, and more when you become a member of Happy Editing. And best of all, you get access to a community where members work together to share feedback on projects, get questions answered, and stay inspired. Click the link in the description to learn more, and happy editing.